This is how it
I'm
begins,
not.
and this
I'm
is
like
how it
1
ends.
nanometer hard.
Me too, dude.
What?
Alright, hold on. I'm receiving our content. We're receiving our numbers. Oh, this is awkward. Okay. Hello, everybody. I don't know what mic am I using?
Let me
It's this
let me
one.
try.
It's this one.
Let me see.
I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Anywho, welcome everyone. Is it my bad one? Oh, this is using my bad one. Discord's using my bad one. Hold on a minute. Give me a second. This is awkward. Why are you using this? You usually instantly go to this one.
Oh, by the way, I don't think they can hear the music.
That's a little disappointing. It's really good
Yeah.
music, guys.
It's really.
To help put it in the mood, guys, like, just, take off your pants, get some jazz, pop some fucking, I think I
Is
remember
it
what
any
this
louder?
song is called.
Is it louder?
I think
Hearable?
it's that one website that has rain.
Here we are, boys. There we are. Literally, no one's gonna
fantastic?
ever want to watch this ever.
Ever again.
No, like, I don't know if they can hear it yet or not, but this is how it be sometimes.
They really do be like that sometimes. Katie's not here, so I can say many times as I want.
Anywho, welcome everyone to the Fuck All Fridays podcast. Here, we have a few friends with us. We have Modern Bulbz.
What's good, fuck sticks?
We have my boy Looped Lover, Franky, my child.
Hey everyone, Franky here.
And we have the one and only Mr. Duck.
I don't know if we're gonna
Yeah,
have to wait for him
no.
to say hi. Wait,
We're gonna have to wait for him to quack.
or just...
I would like to pretense this with an apology for what can potentially happen. This music isn't exactly the best for the topic we're going to be discussing at first. This sounds really inappropriate, but I swear it's not as bad as you think it is.
Yeah, just lay back and accept it.
I basically kind of opened... Let's just, like, honestly play non-copyright
Jazz.
We're gonna find something, guys.
Just like, oh, hot and bothered.
Hot
it's
and
crazy.
bothered.
We got
Play
crazy.
non-copyright
It's
jazz
dad
loop.
Dad's in the chat.
My boy iDcraze, my child.
What
Alright.
do you mean? He's your dad.
Yeah, he is. Play.
I gotta get the...
We're gonna find something good, guys. I promise. Shit, dude. It's gonna be a like
Wait,
non-copyright playlist.
can they hear the music, Bulbz? Can you check the shit
No
out?
one will ever know.
Let me try again. Alright, got you on that music. They can hear it.
Oh, delicious.
Alright.
Toast. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip you.
So
We're
to
going
help
to
with
this.
me, to immerse with
There
this,
we
guys,
go.
we gotta...
This is arguably worse.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like, this is
Yeah.
not jazz.
All right. Play
Hey, guys,
non-copyright jazz loop.
What's good, everyone? Welcome back to my Fortnite Let's Play, and today we're gonna be doing a challenge where we try to play the game with no hands.
We're not playing the
Yep.
duck song.
No, that's copyrighted.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's
this sounds like
copyrighted.
something you would- this
Yeah,
sounds like
well,
something you
it
put
sounds like
together.
it's dead now. Yeah, fuck yeah, this is gonna be good. All right.
Yes.
Oh, I'm nutting everywhere. Oh, I'm sorry. I just literally destroyed my pants. Okay.
Not now, but
Anywho, continuing. I don't know how loud this is, and we're gonna just roll with it. However, we have a very special topic. This topic holds very near and dear to a lot of people in this chat. This one is kind of just like, I think it's a good way to start this off with this whole podcast idea that we're going with. No idea how well this is gonna go, but my first topic that I really wanted to talk about was online friendships and online relationships, because
Hey.
yeah.
in the world we live in, there's the fact that literally no matter where you go, there's always those people who are like, ah, nah, there's no such thing as an online friendship, it's not real. Like,
I know. right?
I don't understand it. Hello, Kareem. Welcome to the podcast. Enjoy your stay. I have the chat open on the podcast just so you guys can see your opinions and everyone can see each other's opinions. I wanted this to be as interactive as physically possible without having a bunch of spam in Discord. I have the podcast pawn for my boy Duck. We'll see how it goes. But I really want to hear everyone's opinion on this. Because for me, online friendships are my closest friendships. Online relationships have always been my closest relationships. I've made so many friends online over the 4 years that I've been online. Really, if anything, not just any relationship. I definitely know that an online relationship can work. I've made a lot of friends who have. I legitimately have a friend who's married, who met his wife online. It was a good time.
Crazy.
It's just for me, at least in my personal idea, it all depends on if the two people are ready to do it, you know? If you're not ready for it, it's not gonna work. If you're not willing to put in the commitment, if you're not if you're one of those people who can't handle being away from your significant other and not being with them physically, then obviously it's not gonna work. For an online relationship to work, both parties have to be somebody who can handle and care about somebody on a level more than just physical. And obviously there's people who want to be able to have their significant other with them even just for a second, because obviously it's not gonna, obviously nobody wants to be miles apart from the person they're with, the person they want to be with. Obviously that's not gonna work. But this is a really this jazz, dude. I'm sorry,
It's
but
really
anyway,
fitting, dude.
it's just the loop. But anywho, I'm opening my window. Hold up. Okay. Anywho, for me, if you can't again, I don't think it's a problem that you want to be with the person you're with physically and more than just emotionally. Obviously, that's important, but you have to understand the idea of you can't be with the person you want to be with at all times. And if anything, I think that if you're strong enough to handle a relationship that long without seeing each other physically, then that relationship's probably capable of lasting any issue. Obviously, there are the people who use online relationships as a chance to be able to cheat on their significant other and shit like that, and it's not fun, it's not pretty, but it can work.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
can
boys-
I
Yeah.
add my stuff in?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so for me, let me start off with the friendship part. Freshman year, so about 2 years ago, I'm currently a junior. I came out of middle school with no friends, because when I left elementary school, I made most of my friends through all my years of school. And then 6th grade, I went to a different school because of my disability. Because the other school that they were going to, I was going to, had a better vision resource office and better off time, quote unquote, handling my situation. So I walked into middle school with no friends, and then by the time I leave middle school, I walk in maybe with one good friend and one fake ass friend. And I might tell that story later, but a few of my friends have already heard that story.
Mm-hmm.
So freshman year, I spent it mostly bored out of my mind with Pokemon, Animal Crossing, and the internet. So literally what I did was in May, it was the end of the track and field season, and I just happened to be on Twitter on my phone, just randomly skimming through. And I find someone, I don't know if any of you are familiar with him, but his name is Applecode. He's someone that Purple usually interacts with him sometimes.
Yeah.
And then I few days later, I saw he had a YouTube channel, and I saw he saw a Twitch channel. Twitch, granted, is not very accessible for me, but hey, I made it work. So I talked to him, got to know him a little bit, and I got to know a mod by the name of Bulbz. And she was cool. She terrified the hell out of me, but she was cool. But I got to know her, and then after a while, they just got to know me. And then after a few months, I was given the moderator role, which was hilarious because I could fuck all the chat and stuff because I can't read the chat on Twitch. But then after a while, I was helping out more in the YouTube chat because I was kind of kicked into gear into it. Long story short, Flair was dealing with some personal issues I don't want to talk about right now because I don't think I'm not at liberty to talk about that right now. And I was just trying to help her out. So I became more active on the YouTube chat. So through that, I made better friends with Flair, and I made better friends with Cody. That's Apple. And then later on, I was talking to one of my friends, that one friend at middle school, who I was still talking to. She was dealing with her own issues, and we kind of fell out of communication over the summer, and then that year, between sophomore and junior year, I went to the Grand Canyon with No Barriers U. Long story short, I made some friends there. And then the few people there, I was telling them about my friend, and they're like, what, do you have a crush on her? I'm like, yes. They're like, why don't you say anything? Because I'm a chicken shit, why would you think I would say anything? It's like, just say something. You don't know what's going to work out. Yeah, first rejection of that year. And then 2 weeks later after that, I meet Dragon Wolf, who was, so I don't know if you guys know her that well, but she's also a mod for the Purple. So I met Dragon, and what happened was I just happened to wake up really early on a Saturday in the middle of August, close to the start of the school year. I don't know why I did it, but I did that. So I think he was streaming Platinum. It was a Platinum randomizer, and I was just in the chat because at this time I adopted this roleplay character that I would use. And then for whatever reason, plenty of people just started getting up on me and started to essentially want to give me a digital beatdown for it. And then Dragon steps in like, nah, son, frick off. He's not doing anything, so why are you antagonizing him? So after that, we talked for a while, and we become good friends. And for me, that was actually really good because after that, I felt like I lost my friend from middle school because after a while, we just fell out of communication. And then Flair was untouchable for a while. It was really hard to get a hold of her. And then around this time, it's where I also became more active with Discord. And fun fact, my little cousin, who I love dearly, he helped me find Dragon on Discord. It was great. So then a few months go by, and I get more into Purple side of things. So that's where I meet people like Olivia, Unique, Bulbz, Clint, and the others. That's cool. So it's good. I didn't really see it as much because you guys had your own established group. But after a while, like getting into the sleep lock and having fun with that, I was like, maybe I can fit in here. And then I kind of like drifted away from Apple, but I still talked to Dragon, which was the important part. I also had another friend, but for the sake of not wanting to cry my eyes out right now, I'm not going to talk about her. But in November, you guys know who Psy Statics is?
Yeah, I do.
So a friend of mine, Lugia, he recently got the mod role there in November. So he decided to do a general call with a bunch of people. I met a few more people there of note. Lugia himself, he's a cool guy. And then another one of my friends, his name is DeFaro. I call him Travis because that's his real name. Sorry, Travis. So he's like most of the male figures in my life, I've either wanted to stab or they're non-existent. Yeah. So he's 19 and he also has his own slew of disabilities. So I found someone who I can relate to because they know what I've been dealing with all the adversity, all the discrimination, and all that junk. Because I'm Mexican and blind. That's a hell of a package, my dude.
Oof.
When you're surrounded by, when you live in the suburb of Chicago, where most of the kids sometimes. Yeah.
You said Chicago, and things just got like. It went from like 100 to fuck.
Yeah.
I just had flashbacks, dude.
So you have this little blind kid this blind Mexican kid walking around. But anyway, so I met him, and he was awesome. And then he just helped me. He was just helping me out because junior year sucks. Junior year sucks. Oh,
Yeah.
one more time. Junior year sucks.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah, he was guiding me through that. And then, then I started getting more into that purple stuff. Hashtag remember Raleigh.
Oh no. Oh no.
100%.
The shade.
I don't know who the hell is Raleigh. So then in December, I feel like when things start falling apart, because a lot of the friends I've made just kind of went up in smoke. And a few of them, arguments broke out, fallout, and then it was to the point where I almost lost two of my friends because they got into a heated argument. And I was terrified because I was trying to play Peacekeeper with someone who I knew for about a year, and for someone who I barely knew for about 4 months. But both of them were equally amazing friends, so I didn't know what to do. And then after that, not process, I actually developed a crush on Flair. Yeah, long story short, that didn't work out. Not one bit. But what happened after that was just, I started drifting for like 2 or 3 weeks. Over Christmas break, I talked to Dragon, talked to her over Christmas break, it was okay. And
It was okay.
yeah, it was okay. It still felt a little awkward. Travis was trying to help me out. I didn't tell Dragon about this until a really long time later. But then January, I just felt everything go to shit. And then I just said deuces for a while. And on January 15th, I just deleted Discord, deleted Twitter, and was off for like 2 weeks.
Me?
I remembered that.
Yeah, I was
2
depressed.
weeks. Yeah, honestly, after the 15th is really where I think I just felt depressed as hell, because I don't have that many friends at school.
Yeah.
And then when my friends argue online, it makes me scared, because if one bad thing happens, I lose a friend.
Yeah.
And after that, I consoled him with that one friend who I don't want to talk about. Yeah, after a bit, she is violently ripped away from my life, so I could never talk to her ever again. And that pretty much destroyed me. Because on one stream, shameless plug here, I do a couple Pokemon streams on my channel. I just recently finished a Platinum LP. On one part, I was saying, yeah, I'm not feeling the best, guys. And then my friend, bless his little heart, he didn't mean to do it, but he's like, don't worry, Franky, everything will be back when she comes back. I stopped, I put my camera down for like 5 seconds, and then I just started bawling my eyes out. And I was like, no, you don't understand, she's never coming back. And then everyone just starts freaking out, because at that time, I've never cried on stream. I've never cried in voice calls. And the only time I've ever said I was crying was like when my mom was put in the hospital for a couple of days. But so yeah. So after that, they start consoling me, like, everything's okay, man. Everything's okay. They don't know what's going on, but everyone's just freaking out because everyone knows how smiling goofball I am. I'm usually pretty chill. I don't like to get upset. It's like fun time. I really do be like that sometimes. So for me, I'm just there crying my eyes out, and everyone is just freaking out. So after a while, they just talk to me and try to calm me down. And then for the next almost 2 to 3 weeks, every weekend stream goes wrong. There's a voice call, everything goes wrong, everything blows up. And it's stupid. Either stuff between my friends goes down, or something in the chat that causes everything to go to shit. Then after a while, there's one stream where we're playing Cards Against Humanity. I don't know how good it is for me to bring back this memory, but it's good for context. I had so many tech issues. I had so many crashes with the internet that I just kept getting more and more pissed off as the stream progressed. And as it came off near the end, everyone, I invited left the group chat almost immediately after the stream ended. I left the group chat. I went to go do a stream where I tried to calm my nerves down. And then after a while, my friend's like, you know what, I'm just gonna go now. I'm like, okay. And then I was on the verge. I was just at the stage where I was like numb. I was like, I don't know what to feel anymore. And then honestly, what I was doing was I was just waiting for her to leave the chat, and then I started crying again. I was like, okay, just wait for her to go, and waterworks. Yeah, she didn't leave the chat.
Oh no.
So I'm there I'm there crying my eyes out because of her, and then she comes back and she feels so guilty because all I wanted to do was try to help her out, but she already knew I was super unstable, and she didn't want to put all that stress on me, knowing I would overthink everything like I do.
Yeah.
And then she was just like, okay, we need to order something out here. So then that was on a Saturday. And then that Sunday, we just spend the first bit of the morning just talking to each other for a little bit. And then that Monday, I got sick with the flu. And then that Tuesday was the Soul Silver sleepwalk. And then Wednesday, I was still sick, and I spent Valentine's Day with her because her boyfriend was ironically sick on Valentine's Day. So we both spent Valentine's Day together. And then we both considered that next upcoming Saturday, we both dubbed it as Confession Saturday, where we told each other what the heck was going on with each other.
Yeah.
And so basically, she helped me out. I told her everything that was wrong, all the rejections I felt this year, minus one. Yeah, I'll get into it. Because the hilarious thing is when I get to that, and then all the things that have just been bothering me in my life. Everything I've been dealing with since I was 12. I'm 18 right now, my dudes. So that's 6 years of bullshit. I just essentially, she helped me sort that out. And yeah, so that was great. So that was a great example of a friend helping me out. And then, funny enough, a few days after that, we're just chilling. And then that stream, we go from noon to 8 o'clock at night. That's how.
Jesus.
Like Confession Saturday itself lasted for like maybe 40 minutes, but that entire time we just laid there just talking to each other on Discord. It was a fun time. And then afterwards, that stream felt pretty good. And then everything starts turning around. Pokemon Platinum was pretty much over. And everything just finally turns around. Like I may have lost that one friend, but I had her. That's all that mattered at the time. I had my other friends, I had you guys, I had Travis, I had my adorable friend. It was great.
Yeah.
And then, and as for the romantic aspect of my life, that one friend was, funny enough, after Confession Saturday, I did Sunday, where we finished the stream off, and my one friend had a doctor's appointment, where it was just something I don't want to disclose right now, because if she sees this, I don't know how comfortable it should be for me explaining that right now. Cool. So I'll just say doctor's appointment on that Monday. And so literally all weekend I was like, hey, good luck on Monday. And then Sunday night I was like, she usually goes to bed pretty early. So I'm like, hey, good luck tomorrow. And then at lunch that day, I was like, I messaged her saying, hey, good luck today. I hope everything goes well. And then my teachers, like, they know when stuff is up. So they asked me, like, so what's your friends and how they're like? I'm like, ha! What friends? Are you kidding me? The only friends I have are online. They're like, that's not healthy, Franklin. I'm like, I don't care. They're the people I have. I only have one friend at most at school. And the people I have here, I've trusted more than anyone I've potentially known in my entire life. Sometimes I even told them stories I never even told my own family. So then that Monday, right at the start of track and field season, really, I come home, tired as always, and then I see messages. She's like, thanks for supporting me, I'm glad everything turned out. And then this one message that just got to me, because she told me about some stuff that was going on with her relationship, and she's like, oh, by the way, and she's like, also, I'm a single friend. So I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, chance? Question mark? And then and then I'm like, I kind of slapped myself. I'm like, Franky, you're an idiot. There's no way in hell that she would ever like you back. And so I'm like, screw it. It was like, because what happened was, I developed feelings for her back in October. But what happened was the week before homecoming, which was also my birthday, by the way, October 7th, I was like, September, I got to know her a lot better. And then I was like, okay, maybe this could work. I got rejected by that one friend. Make a chance. Because I told her I was blind, and she's like, oh, that's cool. And she
that's cool.
Yeah, she never questioned
He really
it.
just
She
do
was
be like that.
It really do be like that sometimes. She didn't question it. I found it respectable that she didn't call me a liar. She didn't try to quote unquote prove that I was lying. She was like, yeah, that's cool. So then I got to know her for a little bit, and then in October I'm like, do I say anything to her? And then I was in a stream of Apple, and we somehow got on the topic of homecoming. And then what happened was that day I came home tired, and then I just crashed. Woke up. First thing I did was grab my phone and hop into the stream. Then we got on the topic of homecoming, and she told this message that still haunts me a little bit. It's like, yeah, I'm going to homecoming with my boyfriend.
Oh no.
I was like, I was standing there in front of my bed holding my phone with my screen reader reading it over and over again for like 5 minutes. I was like, what is my life? Why does this keep happening to me? Because at the time every girl I was ever had a crush on was always ended in failure, either because I couldn't say anything, or because just nothing would work. So then that Monday, let me fast forward back to February. She messaged me. I messaged her back after she sends me all those messages because we're in the middle of cooking. We were grilling. It was great. It was great meat. And she's like, so I was putting stuff to wash because I needed. There's a meet the next day, or a few days from then, so I needed to wash my stuff. So then she's like, "Hey, you up for a voice call?" I'm like, "Yeah, everything's cool." And then we were just talking, and I don't know how, but for whatever reason, we got back on the topic of Confession Saturday. I was like, "Yeah, there's one more thing I didn't tell you," and then I would bring this up before, and she's like, "Yeah, let's not talk about that." And then for whatever reason, she's like, "Well, what was it?" I'm like, "I don't want to talk about it." And she was like, "Well," and then after a while, she just kind of starts pressuring, somewhat pressuring me. I don't know if pressuring is the right word, but subtly dragging it out of me, because it was a moment where my heart and my mouth would betray each other, where I didn't want to say anything, but my heart kept saying it. Just say it, say it.
Relatable.
And then yeah, it was 35 to almost 40 minutes of me stalling with my heart pounding in my chest, and with her equally, if not more nervous, because she was probably suspecting something, what I was going to say. And then after that 40 minutes of just dragging it out, I literally grabbed my blanket, blurted it out, and then covered my face.
Literally,
and then she out this sort of gasp, giggle thing, and she's like, "Yes," and I'm like, "Well, every time I get cornered like this, I always get destroyed." And she's like, "Well, you're not getting destroyed this time because you're not getting friend zoned again." I was like, "What?" Again? Yeah, because I told her all about almost all the main rejections that were bothering me that year. Then she repeated again after I told her what, and then I screamed my head off. I'm like, "Yes!
Me.
Success!"
When it finally works.
Yeah, literally when it finally works. And we've been together since the 26th of February. It's been great. And we've had other situations. It was actually really hilarious because we were trying to keep it really quiet for a long time. And we were both paranoid as hell that a few of our friends suspected, because people would leave really hilariously cryptic comments in the chat. One time my friend kept putting all these P.T. Barnum quotes that were really fitting and just other stuff, and it was great.
No.
Yeah, and then after that, I've been with her for a long time, and then thanks to her, I got into a lot of different type of music stuff, and yeah, the best part is she doesn't live too far away from me, so that's a plus. It's still a quote-unquote long-distance relationship because we don't live in the same town.
Yeah.
But like how you said earlier, I just got impatient at certain points. Just be willing not to be with her.
Yeah.
Even if it's for not too long. So, honestly, it's been great. Having online friends has honestly been the best thing of my entire life because of it, I got my first girlfriend, and I got some of the best friends in my entire life, and I get to have interactions with insane people, and it's just great.
I think that was probably the best part and the only thing anybody's going to remember from this entire podcast.
This
All
is-
right. All right, is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Jesus Christ. And then there's going to be Bulbz with the 5-minute story.
All right. Fuck.
Christ.
Okay, that was kind of choking, kind of forced.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so like as with like online friendships, I wouldn't say that like my first like friends were online. I'd say okay, so like I think probably like there's me, like if you met me from like when I was 13 or 14, I was a different person than what I was now.
Mm-hmm.
And like the form of like how I handle shit and how I'm like, you know, and just everything in general. Well, not everything in general, like I still do things like have like mannerisms from back then. But just like my like how I see things and like feel things now is a little bit different because I have had terrible friends back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like the worst people. So, you know, after I cast them aside, I was like, you know, I kind of had like these weird parts, but it was like, fuck, I don't think I can like, you know, really trust anyone because like it seems like everyone's just a dick. So I went through like this part and it was not even that long. It was like probably like a week during high school and that was about it. And then like I met new friends who, you know, are my current friends now. And like they're kind of ones who made me like break my, or like, you know, who really feel that like, you know, not everyone's an asshole, that like, you know, they're not related to, even though I know some people are related to that are assholes. But I think that I feel like after, you know, meeting my friends now, that I've probably been better off than I have been currently.
Yeah.
Or like I probably like if I probably stuck with the friends before, I'd probably been a bitch. I'm just gonna be honest. I would have probably been a bitch.
Yeah.
So, so then like after like, you know, after probably like a little over a year, and that's when I probably started getting like online friends and like, you know, and that's how I met Nick, and then like.
Whew. How important.
And then then like Smash 4, you know, I realized I could press buttons pretty mediocrely. So I was like, man, I should start doing this, like start going to tournaments, and I did, and I met a shit ton of people. And I also met people online because, like, you know, they play Smash, and, you know.
Yeah.
We met, all, you know, and okay, so I've met Pokeout online before I met him in, what do you call it, in person.
Yeah.
But since we're in the same region, we're bound to meet. So, you know, that's just like convenient. But I've met several people where we talked first online and then we met at like a tournament.
Yeah.
But I think like I don't really like consider online friends and like friends that you meet in real life like a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like they just live far away, whatever.
After a while, it just kind of gets integrated, really.
I mean, like, I think it's stupid when people try to say that there's a difference between that, because, like, there's really never a difference, because, like, a friend's a friend. Like, just because they're online, they don't need a certain label. And, like, the people who try to say, like, oh, online friends are unhealthy, or, like, it's not normal, it's like, you can fuck off. Because, like, for me, at least, like, my best friend, the person I've known her for almost 4 years now. She's like one of the closest friends I have, and even like though we don't always talk too much, we will still basically always tell each other everything, no matter what. And I met her online. I met her literally in the summer, June 7th. I don't know why I remember that. Probably because I shit on her for whenever she forgets. But like, yeah, like she's the closest person I think I know, and like we tell each other everything. We've basically seen each other at some of our lowest points.
Same.
And like helped each other for it, like with it. And it's
Same.
like, it's almost creepy, like the things that have happened. I'm gonna tell this story and she'll never know, but she's gonna kill me if she ever does. But
is it the arm going there?
oh, it is. Oh, I've told this story. Awkward.
Yeah.
But
You told us in a voice call.
But just for reference, and she's still gonna kill me. One night I literally like was sitting there and my arm started hurting for no reason at all, and I didn't know why. And then she called me literally like an hour after, and she's like, I might have cut again. And I was like, if you say you cut yourself like all the way up your left arm, I'm going to vomit. And she was like, how the fuck did you know? And I was like, I'm literally like going to throw myself off a bridge because I legitimately an hour ago felt pain in my arm for no reason. She was like, what the fuck is happening? But like, that's obviously like, it could be a coincidence. It could be God. I don't know. Whatever that fucker is. That's a topic for another world. But it'd be like that sometimes. But like, like she is my closest friend and I met her online. My other best friend, she's drawn me so many fucking things, I swear to God. Even we legitimately, and even now, she's probably one of my best friends. And the fact that most people are usually like the closest friends are the people who can have an argument and absolutely hate each other and still be friends. That is literally me and her. We had basically a full year of where we didn't talk. We didn't talk because we like both had issues with each other. We had both had a fight. It basically blew up. We stopped talking, and then 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, we started talking again. If any, we're just as close, if not closer than we were beforehand. We rant to each other about basically everything. We fuck around a lot, like we meme a lot, but like we're pretty damn fucking close. Like all of my closest friends, except for maybe 2 of them, are online friendships, and I don't see why. Because of the fact that I haven't seen this person IRL before, but have still talked to them in chat, have had video calls with them. I haven't I talked to them on Snapchat. I've seen what they look like. Like that's not, obviously a lot of people are like, oh, everyone you meet online is fake and they're catfishing you. It's like, that's not even close to being true. For you, it's not even a majority. So like, what do you like, the people who spread that, it's fucking annoying.
Can I ask something here, Nick?
Yes, go for it.
So I was telling my teacher about Dragon a while ago. Like, yeah, she's really cool. She's a really good friend. And she's like, is this girl real? Is she even a girl? I'm like, yes! Yes, she is.
That legitimately pisses me off because
I know.
when I met one of my friends on IRL, my like best friend, I told my parents, I was like, hey, she's recently moved to California, and she wants for her birthday to go to Mulligan's, which is like literally right by my like a 15-minute drive. My parents were like, is she real? It's like, yeah, no, been talking to her for like 2 years now.
Yeah, so
thanks.
I felt so indignant when she said that. Like, I bought her a freaking Dominican plushie.
It's disrespectful, if anything.
It's like the urban playground legend of like online thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
obviously, it's like because of the fact that like most people like who say this usually are people who were on the internet like when it was still like a big thing to be a catfish and stuff. But like people have a lot of like, obviously a lot of people, especially this generation, have brought social media into their lives. Like it's just how they are. So being like the people you meet online are real. Like they're being real. Like it's nobody's not that many people are out there catfishing. Obviously there's still a bunch of catfish, and it's shitty that those people do that because of the fact that it also ruins the reputation of an online relationship.
Yeah, because for me it's like Dragon was because what it felt was Dragon was just a mixture of all the friends I had at the time. My friend from middle school, a little bit of flair and the memes and craziness, and just an amazing person in her personality. So when my teacher said, is this girl real? How do you know? It's like, she's turned her camera on before. My vision might be shit, but I can still at least make out the figure of a girl. Are you kidding me? Long hair, pale skin? Come on now.
Yeah.
And then a while ago, there was this old screenshot because we were in a group call, and I just took it randomly. I don't know why, but I just took it. And then she was right there in the corner. I'm like, yeah, there she is, right there.
Yeah.
It's that.
And what Aiden said is also a good point. He said online friends are just more convenient.
Yeah.
They're cool for when you need them, but you can leave real easy if need be, and they're just not as much pressure, which is absolutely true. Because like, would you like the fact that people are like, because I've literally had this conversation with people before, like my parents included, where they're basically implying like, I'd rather you be suffering with a real, like a friend that I can see, like you hanging out with physically, than being happy talking to people online, because that's just not real. It's like, are you kidding me?
Because that's what my vision teacher tells me. My teacher who's helping me is like, why don't you make friends here? I'm like, there's no one here. Everyone here is either some smart, uptight asshole who thinks when as soon as I bring up the concept of Pokemon, they just call me a little kid.
Exactly.
Or they're the quote-unquote popular girl or the popular guy who are all busy with sports and schoolwork. What do? I just log on to a Purple Fire stream or an Apple Code stream and boom, dragon right there. Other people. And then everyone here is in high school or if not middle school or higher, and everyone's really cool.
Exactly.
I only have one friend at school who is pretty cool. Everyone else can fuck off for what I care. Because most of them are really damn annoying. Or they're just that stereotypical high school kid. Like, sure, everyone here is in high school, but everyone here isn't that stereotypical high school kid. And I like that I'm happy here. I've honestly been the happiest I've been in years because of meeting all these people. Because honestly, 6th grade through 8th grade was lonely, depressing, and bullshit. So yeah.
Exactly.
So, like, you know how I said like last year, like, or I said like, well, not last year. I said like how if you met me like years ago, I'd be like a bitch. I mean,
yeah.
Like, technically, like, there is actually hints of me like being who I am like years ago as well. Like in like terms of like I can just kind of speak my mind and just not care, but also care at the same time.
Yeah.
But like I think like ever since like, I think probably like my sophomore year, like this is not just on mine, but like it's two stories. It's two stories that happened during sophomore year actually. One on mine and one like, you know, in real life.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start the real life one where like, okay, so I have this friend who's actually he's actually like one of the most positive people I've ever met. And whenever like I see him in a terrible mood, it kind of like worries me because he's so positive. You don't like I never see him in a like have a bad. I rarely see him in a bad day. I only see him pissed off once and see him cry once.
Yeah.
That's me.
He's a very positive person, and like, and also because like he's actually a big advocate for like just fighting games in general. We talk a lot. Like if we ever had the same classes, or we talk. Yeah. So I fucking love him. I love him to death. So, you know, oh, and like he's an amazing dude, and I wish for nothing but the best for him, like for anything.
Yeah.
So, you know, one day in sophomore year, there's this other guy, some asshole who I used to be friends with, who like he's a fuckboy, but like he just like told me like, hey, I'm not feeling it, like, you know, I'm just pissed off today. I was like, okay, whatever. So like, you know, so he's still hanging out with us. It's like in a hall. It's like a big like hallway-ish, and he's picking on, or like he's not really picking on him, but he is at the same time. And the guy, you know, my friend gets pissed off. He's like, dude, just leave me alone. Stop. I turn to him and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he jumps me. I got jumped.
What the fuck?
Yeah. What? So I was like, oh fuck, and I thought like, and he actually started choking me. I was getting choked.
Oh no.
So I was like, oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
I'm getting choked out. Well, shit.
This is how it goes, and like, so, and then like, you know, but like, you know, my people that were there who were friends with me, you know, helped me get out, and it helped me realize that there's people I can depend on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, if I didn't call it his bullshit, who would? Because he'd probably like continue to be on that bullshit and text somebody else. So for me, it was just kind of like, you know, I didn't mind
if it meant like kind of keeping it from getting like escalating more.
Yeah.
Which, you know, that's very understandable.
And the next one has to do with someone that was like that you've talked about too, Nick. It was like just people like harassing one of them, like
Yeah.
their old name, and I kind of, and like back then, you didn't know this voice.
Oh
And,
yeah,
like,
no, we did not know this voice.
Yeah, no one knew this voice.
For
No one knew
literal
this
reference, Bulbz,
Year,
when I
like-
first met him, we met on Gmod, and he only talked using his Kermit voice, and there was one time where he didn't. I wasn't there for it, but it was like wild.
Wait, did she tell you what happened?
I've heard stories.
Okay, so yeah, so like because like her old name like is like very like an old like religious thing. So like it's like a bunch of assholes. Like I know they weren't. They were just saying it because they could.
Yeah.
Like they did not seem like the type. And I was like, so I pulled up the voice and I was like, so like I just like cut like the Kermit voice and just went like actual serious and like it was like some people were like in the chat were like, wait, what? We just
Oh, no.
It was just like.
They're like, who the fuck is this?
But I realized that like I'm probably more like that like I do have like a capability to just like help people or like defend off like so it's just
Yeah.
it's like a progress like it's there's improvement that I've done recently.
Yeah.
Not recently, but like
Same.
there was improvement from me from like he saw me like 5 years ago to me now, or like
Yeah.
me during sophomore year. That there is like someone else who's like who's not
Like you, but not you.
like what?
Like you, but not you.
Yeah, who who has probably like the same generosity, but like who's like easily just like fooled and just like timid.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I do, like with what Aiden said, like the amount of times that, like when it comes to an online friendship, I've seen in my life, I've had more of my online friends vent to me and like be honest with me with how they feel about like themselves, their lives, and like our friendship than I have with anybody I've ever met in real life.
Same.
Like I don't know if this is just a thing for everyone or if it's just like the few people that have had this, but like for some reason there's more comfort in telling somebody you met online your issues, which obviously could just be the because of the fact that it's like, hey, you tell them your secrets, if you regret it you can just stop talking to them and they'll never be in your life again. I guess that could be a factor, but it also, for me at least, and a lot of the people I know, they just flat out say like, I just feel like I can trust you more than anyone I know
Honestly.
online. Obviously there's also the factor still of like, you tell a person like IRL your problems, and you have to see them every day of your life.
Every day.
Like if you tell your classmate something, you have to see them every day until you graduate or they move or you move. Like you're stuck there with them, with knowing that you're sitting there with somebody who knows a secret about you, and you may regret telling them, or you may have like started fighting and you can't do anything about it. They can tell everyone at school, then that affects your personal life, your like IRL life, which
Mhm.
obviously that's probably why people are more okay with telling secrets to online people, because of the fact that you can just hit them with the fat block button.
Yep.
But I mean, it just kind of shows that obviously online friendships, online relationships
break
come with their
easily.
benefits. Yeah, obviously they can break easily, but like but they can break easily, but they can also just be like just as strong. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
like it's kind of the thing with online relationships is the fact that it's a very, very thin line on, is this going to be a very strong friendship, or is this going to be a friendship that can easily break? You guys will stop talking and never see each other again, or one of you stops talking to you and you never see them again. Because it's like the idea of talking to somebody you met online and then they just refuse, like they stop talking to you, that hurts. That's happened to me, and like I know how it feels, and it's like the worst thing ever, because of the fact that happens and you don't know what happened to them. You don't know why they did what they did. and like it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So, and yeah,
That's
distance does definitely play a big part in that.
And time zone.
Yeah.
Like me, I can't shit talk Arctic because like Tracy, you know, Arctic and I live next to each other.
Oof.
You can just find you.
We've never met each other. I never met Logan or Arctic, but like, I'm so close to them.
I'm very close. Like I'm not that close because you guys are both all in North Cal, but like I'm still close enough to where like if any of you like we could literally meet in the middle and it'd be like 2-hour drive for both of us, more or less, like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we could just go all to like Six Flags Magic Mountain, but I really honestly don't know if that's going farther down to the border or a little higher up.
Isn't that Anaheim?
No, it's literally a 3-hour drive for me. Anaheim's like 45 minutes. I can meet Duck. Duck's literally like a 30-minute drive for me, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's a good time.
Yeah, I'm over here just 2 hours away from...
I think I talked about like the friendship part, or like when it comes like to relationships, when it comes like offline, because like when it comes, so like with like, you know, in real life, it's like for me, it's also like more line like I just kind of don't care because I know that like a good amount of the girls there, like in my like within my school, know who the person that I was friends with, and like. That person pretty kind of gave me a bad rep. Like, there was like, I know there was rumors about me after, like years after, like, we stopped being friends, and it's just like, why are they still being spreaded? Yeah. So, and then, but like when it comes like to a relationship, like, online for me, it's just like, I just kind of like sit there and like, oh god, like, it's like more of, it's probably like me where I'm still kind of timid, honestly, like. Yeah. Or it's just like, fuck.
Like, I mean, for me, when it comes to relationships, like, overall, as a person, it doesn't matter online or IRL. I'm one of those people who my first like impression to everyone is that I'm somebody who like is just kind of a dick and like doesn't really show emotion because of the fact that like I just on instinct, being somebody who's so socially awkward, throw all my walls up and like basically like most things you see from me like are some like just what I'm willing to show. Like most of the time I'm not one to show like any real positive emotion unless it's like a joke or something, like if I'm laughing at something or like on instinct as a person I just don't want to like do that because of the fact that like I guess that kind of comes into my defense mechanism of I don't like as much as I say otherwise that if I get close to somebody and they start shit talking me, that hurts more than it should. Like if for example anybody insert ice type's name here were to shit talk me, it wouldn't affect me. It wouldn't have affected me before anything happened. It wouldn't affect me now because of the fact that it was just not that close of a friendship. But if it was somebody like Schmoman or Gabe, it would probably still like hurt more than I would let on and stuff like that just because of, but like nobody ever seems to realize that because of the fact that I never show that I really care. So that's kind of one thing. But when it comes to online relationships or just any relationship in general, I'm literally like a just never-ending pool of emotion of like love and support, and it's just an endless like stream of just love and support going to a like most of the time it's going straight to a dam, and then like the person I'm with is on the other side and they're screaming at me saying like, oh, you never give me attention, but then the second they get a little bit it's like a flood. That got really depressing, but that's just literally what my life is. Exactly. Yeah, I think what fucking Duck just said is almost godlike, dude. Dedication to a long-distance relationship or friendship equals a true bond which will succeed in lasting. Many people believe that it'll never work, but friendship works in a mysterious way. I read that for all the Frankies in the world. I'm sorry.
Hey, all the Frankies in the world. Blind idiots who are too cowardly to tell their crush that they have the biggest crush on them for several months.
You know, I was just talking about people with glasses, but that works too.
I think I just realized, like, talking Well, I kind of like Gurren Lagann a lot as an anime.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Cause like, I'm not trying to spoil it, but like the episode, like episode 12, is it? When like he becomes more mature.
Yeah.
Like in that fight, yeah. I think that's a great like where I kind of stood up for myself and just
I think what
But
we
with,
can
like-
gather from this is the fact that everyone's life is really just an anime.
Yeah.
Plot armor.
I mean like
Yeah, that too.
yeah. For armoring through school, that's a thing too. If I can do it, try to do it.
Honestly,
There was an attempt.
I'm gonna be real serious here. If it wasn't for Dragon and you guys, I don't know where I would be right now. I don't know. I'm like being honest here. Like, I think I would have quit a really long time ago, and I don't think I'd be the same person I was a few years ago.
Dude, honestly, if I didn't start playing Gmod, which is where I met a lot of my like online friends, and where like that kind of started me doing all this, and me like it basically started me doing YouTube and everything, I'd be dead in a ditch. Like, it'd be over. There's no way in hell that I would be anywhere close to the person I am right now. I would have stayed completely guarded at all points. I probably would have become more, if anything, I'd be more sociopathic than I am now. And that's not good. I'd be in jail. Or dead. Shot by the police. Whichever you want.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but that's such an inside joke between all of us right now that I shouldn't laugh at that.
It'd be like that.
I want to go back to what you said earlier, Nick, like how you said you put up your defenses. Like, at first, because I don't get, like, everyone was like, oh, PC's a jerk, don't talk to him, he's just gated, and like, yeah, guess what, I've made friends with the quote-unquote jerks before, I can do it again.
Yeah.
And I literally I just kept talking to you like how I always talk to everyone else, and I met Bulbz, and then you guys came up to my streams every once in a while, and yeah. So, like, just talking to someone, like, honestly, having someone message you every once in a while saying, how are you? Is honestly the best thing ever. Like how people say, just talk to someone, like, see how you can make your day better. And that's how I lived for a long time. And yeah, really, because if it wasn't for my friends and my girlfriend, I don't know where I'd be right now.
I really don't know where I'd be. Like, honestly, I've met some pretty great people online. So it's like, for somebody to say that because of the fact that it's an online friendship instantly makes it null and void is complete bullshit. Especially because of the fact you got like, people gotta come to terms with the fact that like everything's online now. Like, everything we do is online. Like, we shop online, we watch TV online. Like, nobody uses TV anymore. You get on YouTube, you get on fucking Twitch. Like, you do that. Everything's online, so why can't a friendship be online? If everyone's so okay with saying, like, get with the program, blah, 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 insert way of travel or fucking way to get my food faster because I'm a fat cunt here is online. Like, why can't you say the same thing about friendships? Friendships can be online. So, like, what's the difference? You gotta think big, my boys.
Like companies are even trying to safe-proof their stuff now. Like, this is a section only for kids. Or this is a section for teens and stuff like that. Or they'll put age restrictions on stuff. Or you're not allowed to post X, Y, Z. Or you're not allowed to do Alpha, Beta, Zeta, Charlie.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I don't understand it, you know? Especially because it's like, I think about it, and it's like, I think my closest friends, out of like, if I were to rank my 5 closest friends online, or just actually, my 5 closest friends in general, I'm pretty sure at least 3 of them are not even in this country. Not even in America. One of them's definitely British, the other one's definitely Canadian, so...
Does that include the source of your plot armor?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Just kind of all I got.
Yep.
That's just how it be sometimes, you know?
Yep.
But, like, I mean, if 3 out of like my 5 closest friends are like online and not even in this country, that obviously means that it's possible for an like online friendship / online relationship to be able to work if both parties are willing to put in the effort for it to work. Obviously, online friendships aren't as like hard to maintain as an online relationship, but if you can make an online friendship work, why can't you make an online relationship work?
I mean, I did it.
Yeah, exactly.
So far, at least.
I've done it before. It's just the fact that everyone I've been with isn't exactly like they say they're ready, and then it gets to the point where something happens and they're just like, I don't think I'm ready for this. So, you know.
Sad times.
Yeah.
Well, do you think we exhausted everything? Because I think I brought my points across.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone in the chat want to add anything?
I don't know. But like, I think we've kind of gotten our point across. Correct? I think we've all gotten our opinions out.
Yeah.
So, I think that might be a good place to end this kind of episode 1 of Fuck All Fridays. And it was entertaining as all hell.
The music.
Yeah, the music was great. Honestly, clearly it was kind of like more so of a test than anything, kind of like an alpha mode of it. This is obviously going to be uploaded onto the channel, hopefully tomorrow, which will be Saturday. It's already Saturday for Franky, I think. No, yeah. So this will hopefully go up. If you guys do watch this after the live stream, then thank you for watching it. Thank you for everyone who had at some point joined the stream. I know you probably all weren't like staying here the entire time, but this is really something I want to kind of do just to be able to, like, you know, build the bonds of the like community of the channel, everyone in the like at the PC party. I think it's a really kind of fun way. I don't want this to be a big debate where everyone has to prove they're right. I just kind of like the idea of a discussion and stuff like that.
Someone's gotta be right. Someone's gotta be wrong as well.
Yeah, no, that's just how it be sometimes. But yeah. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you, Bulbz, Duck, and Franky for being here. Thank you, Fredboat, for providing us some jazzy music that's literally been looping for a straight hour.
We're gonna find better music next time.
This is gonna, yeah, we may have to.
I turned it off for me. It's just listen to other music.
I've literally been listening to it and like connecting certain beats to the music that plays when Donkey Kong does his smash and brawl. And it's like, I'm a little disappointed in myself, but anywho, thank you all for coming out. I apologize that the music kind of sucky. Obviously, this was kind of a not too well planned out thing because I didn't really want us spending a lot of time making everything if it wasn't going to work out. This was kind of like one of those, you know, pilots, I guess is the best way to put it, which is why I chose a topic that's something everyone here relates to, because of the fact that it was something like that was going to be really easy for us to all talk to. And yeah, I do agree, this was actually a lot of fun. So I definitely think this is going to become a regular thing. Hopefully it can become a weekly thing. Over the summer, it's going to last way longer though.
And we also planned like doing like, what do you call it, the categorize things for like,
yeah. So hopefully this will become fully fledged and ready for the summer. If you guys really do enjoy it, it'll definitely be a lot longer over the summer because we can stay up later, things like this. I'm not gonna promise that it'll be able to be before 9 because of the fact that, again, I have family. I have to deal with that. If there's ever a Friday where my family is not home, I will definitely try to do a podcast earlier in the day. But for now, this is kind of the format we've got. This will be late at night, and then the Spirit Emerald will be early Sunday mornings. I apologize for my sick week last week where I don't think I recorded. I think I recorded 1 episode of Prism. I didn't stream. I'm feeling a lot better. So hopefully this can become weekly, or about as weekly as it can be when it doesn't come to summer vacation, colds, and stuff like that. But
Yep.
I really like this. I really enjoyed this. I hope everyone here enjoyed this. I hope everyone who's watching enjoyed this. But with that, I think we're all going to get out of here. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm PCBloodMaster. These are my boys. We will see you on the next episode of Fuck All Fridays. We'll see you guys next time.
Shout outs to pizza.
Woohoo! Shout out to pizza.
Nerds.
Bye!
Fuck sticks.